Hi, my name is Candice Moxley and welcome to Mustang Rewind. Today we're going to be going back and watching our matchup against Queens. Queens is a pretty strong team and we're pretty evenly matched against them. There's a strong rivalry as well because we beat them out in 2017-18 OUA championships. So you can see a lot of that animosity between our two teams match up in this series.
Welcome, friends, into Thompson Arena for this divisional matchup between the Queens Gaels and the Western Mustangs. Sean McKenzie alongside myself, Rob Fleming, for the call tonight as we will get things right underway here. The Gaels, heavy pressure right off the drop of the puck. The Mustangs trying to break things out now. It's Baker. She will play that to Neville. She will just gain the line and dump it in. The Gaels back to collect. Along the far wall is Grenou. She will send that up, picked up at center by Watkins. As good battle there, taken down in the corner was McLean. Puck went right to the front of the net. Webster had to be sharp, as that is Taria Webster, the third-year goaltender for the Western Mustangs. A couple starts on the year so far, 2-0 in those starts, so they will go right back to her as the Mustangs in the building again tomorrow to play Ontario Tech, so expect their main goaltender, Laces, to get the start in that one. As now the Mustangs, they will get that in deep and get some fresh legs from the blue line as the Gaels will break it out. In behind is Mehmet. That puck went to the front. Suter went to the backhand, tried to find Clark in front, but she was tied up there by the likes of Pazensky. Now around the wall, that'll be kept in by Thomas. Good battle in the corner there. Coming out with it was Suter. She had her stick checked as here come the Gaels. Up across center is Wilson, as now the Gaels will get reinforcements. You see Sean both ways thus far in this one is a bit of a ping pong match. Both teams trying to establish something, but so far nothing coming from either way. The Gaels sent that to the front. Not able to finish though was the likes of Laviolette.
And Rob, this is the hockey we like to watch as fans. Back and forth, opportunities on both ends of the ice.
Well, you think even to the National League, now they've gone to that 3-on-3 overtime, and that really has to be probably the most exciting 5 minutes of hockey in all the sport.
If it were up to me, Rob, I'd move it to 10 minutes, no shootout.
I completely agree. Now Armstrong battling on the near side. She will play that back for Irwin. Irwin will just collect. Tries to go up the wall there, though, was kept in by Grenou. Grenou, the fourth-year defenseman out of Ann Pryor, Ontario, led the team last year in scoring, is right back at it again this year, now 6 points in her 16 games. Now Baker trying to break things up, but good work and protection there from Pazensky, the Toronto native.
And that is an incredible forecheck by Baker right there.
Definitely, and Sean will hear her name all night long as Sydney Baker, that big ad last year from UPEI, and she has been nothing short of spectacular for the Mustangs so far this year. Actually, right atop the scoring for the purple and white at 13 points, tied with April Clark. The puck goes to the front of the net. DeChico tried to find Baker, but she was unable to get good one on it, and the Gaels dodge a bullet. Now in behind Baker, breaking that up again. Out to the point, kept in there. Shot right to the net from Kariunis. Good save there from Kathleen Yelink.
And Queens is going to need a whistle here. This is some solid pressure by Western. They're getting fresh legs out too.
As that'll go to Neville's at the point. Shooting, good pad save there from Yelink. Yelink also only her second start of the year. As with Webster, she has picked up a couple of wins in her effort. 1.42 goals against average, 9.36 save percentage, so pretty solid. And looks like the Gaels are going to go to her as they will also play tomorrow. That'll be against the Griffins in Guelph. As now Suter will break it out for the Mustangs. She'll skate it herself. Sending that puck to the net, was gloved down by Yelink as she will take the whistle. So pretty good starting sequence there from both sides. The Mustangs maybe a touch of an edge as they have found the right side of center more often than not, getting pucks to the net. So all the right criteria as they will try and make a big push here in the 2020 side of the season. And, of course, you know they've got the legs to do it. Of course, Coach Moxley really looking in her second year to have a good favorite here to maybe take it all the way to the national championship, as this Mustang team has looked very solid in the early goings of this game.
I like the pressure. They're getting pucks deep. They're snapping it tape to tape, and they're getting the offensive whistles they need to switch up lines and go right back at it again.
As now the Gaels will go to work. Glove down, tried to fire that one on. The collection in front of the net is good play there by Quinn Johnson, currently leading the team in goals with 4. She gloved it down and tried to send it on. Not able to get good wood on it, though, and Webster was able to cover up. So Western will go right back to that big line there with DeChico alongside Baker. As tossed from the draw will be Johnson, as is DeChico.
This will be an important face-off to keep up the momentum for the Mustangs.
And big win there from Wood, as she's that first year playing alongside the two offensive dynamos in DeChico and Baker. Now the Gaels tripped up there. Thomas off the blue line all the way up to break it over her own blue line. As now the Gaels, they will just get that deep, get a full line change as into pressure. There will be Watkins. Now DeChico will skate it out. Up through center. She's got some wheels, Sean. We've seen her play some pretty good hockey in this season, as last year didn't know what she was going to amount to, but this second year she came out flying in the beginning of the season, picked up a couple assists in that last game, the OT victory over the Golden Hawks, and they will want to get her rolling again as the calendar is turned over,
And Rob, she's rolling right now as she's the reason that puck's in the offensive end, getting it down deep and chasing her own puck, establishing a forecheck.
Now in behind to pick it up. That's going to be Pazerski. She'll send it up the wall, corralled by Karionis, who tried to find Clark, but she was unable to glove it down. High stick there from Ketchison, as that will draw a whistle. Pretty clear cut as the official standing right in front of that one. So the Mustangs will take what we thought was going to be an offensive zone draw, but instead will come just outside the Gaels' blue line. Armstrong in to take this draw. She's got Janique Watt to her right, and to her left will be Irwin. Irwin with it now. Hannah, that is. Hannah will play that in deep as Armstrong will try to cut it off along the wall. Eventually found its way back to her, but the Gaels eventually able to come out with it.
And Rob, I'm kind of surprised Western's not heading to the power play after that play there.
Certainly looked like it could have been a punishable offense from up here, Sean. Nonetheless, the officials will not call it, and we will get an icing.
The OUA presenting sponsor of the 112 Yates Cup was played on November 9th. Milk to go score. Fields, keep your body going.
In to take this draw for the Mustangs is DeChico. Again, alongside Wood and Baker, as Moxley really going to that line. As why not, Sean? You said it already a couple times in this game. The forecheck of Sydney Baker is just relentless, along with DeChico's skating prowess. It has really already shown some glimmers of a lot of offense as that shot went to the net. Didn't miss by much. Now Baker back to Irwin. Irwin will just loft it on net. Was looking for DeChico in front, but again, smartly covered up by Catherine Yelink, and she will take the face-off here just to her left.
And Rob, what started as a back-to-back offensive game, we've seen the Mustangs really pick it up and really establish their forecheck and offensive zone time here.
Well, Sean, a big 6 points at stake this weekend for the Mustangs as they have a couple games in hand on a lot of the teams in this league, so we'll want to win back-to-back and climb their way up the scoreboard. Shot right on there. That was Nicole Pazorski, who came in and rifled that off of her far side.
I thought that one had a chance.
Great save from Webster as She tracked that one all the way into the glove, made it look pretty routine. As again, the officials remarking that that draw was unfair. So the Gale player will get tossed in. To take it will be the freshman Sydney Wilson. She will lose it though as April Clark, good win from her. The Mustangs not able to break it out. Now Carrie Eunice will have to regroup. That long stretch pass there came to suit her as she turned around and finds Clark. Clark to Lang, leaving it there for Mehmet. Not much to be done there. She just chipped that in deep, but will follow it up, and good thing she did as Mehmet found it back on her stick. Now out come the Gales. That puck lofted through center was gloved down as now the Mustangs an opportunity to catch the Gales on a change. It's Armstrong. In. She had Watt going to the net, trying to center, but found the side of the net. As now here come the Gales again. It's going to be Hicks. Good contact there. Found it though was the likes of Wilson, and she got that right on. Another big save from Webster Sean as she comes into this game. Not a lot of really opportunity to this point for Taria Webster, but has looked pretty good.
Well, that's just good puck support we just saw there, right? Her player got tied up on the boards, and she's right there to pick the puck up and put it on the net.
As now here come the Mustangs. Wood, good pressure from her. Baker tried to wrap that around. Shot almost came from McLean, but her stick gave out. And she's able to keep that in, but Wood will double back. Tried to find Bertrand. Their wires crossed, though, as now again the Mustangs will find it on their side of center. Now Baker. Good look there. She found Bertrand, who's able to get the zone entry, and the Mustangs will get a full change. Good work there from Thomas. It's now Clark. You know, she can wheel as well, and haven't seen her break loose tonight, but it's only a matter of time. That potentially could have been an offside, but nonetheless, the Mustangs will keep things going here. Clark, good work there to
I thought that was an exceptionally good shift by Clark just now.
Yeah, Sean getting it done on the offensive side of the puck, and then came back, separated player from puck. That one went to the net. Tipped in front by Mehmet, but unable to create anything as she was the only Mustang left in the zone. Now Werwin. Long pass, was trying to find Watt. Went off the wall, but instead was collected by Bryce Dessa. That puck back through center. The Mustangs will regroup again. Back up to the far side wall. Hannah Irwin, though, not able to corral it as the Gales will send it in deep and they will go to work. Neville's. Good breakout pass there. Armstrong's pass hopping over the stick of Watt. As you see there, good look from Neville's. Unfortunately, Irwin is not able to collect it. I think she was looking the other way, kind of thinking contact was coming potentially.
If she gets that puck, she's gone. And here she is again.
That's Wood in deep to pressure. Sending it up the near side, Wilson not able to corral it, is now Baker in behind. Sydney Baker, good puck protection as she will make it all the way around to the top of the arc. Trying to find an opportunity to shoot, got it to the backhand, but not able to get it on net. Now Baker find herself with it again. DeChico out front shooting, that hit a stick and just missed wide. Now Bertrand in. That shot coming all the way from about 50 feet out. Tracked it was Catherine Yelink, and she will cover up for a much-needed whistle, Sean. Pretty good sequence there from the Mustangs, and again, all on the back of Sydney Baker. So Clark in to take this draw. Big offensive zone draw here. That will be lost, however, as Dewsum will corral. Instead, though, Clark picked her pocket, tried to wrap it out front, but was cut off. Now here come the Gaels. Getting that in deep is McKnight. As now McKnight, she will send it in behind for Ketchen. McKnight and Ketchen playing pitch and catch as the official finding themselves in the way there, and the puck will go all the way around the near side. Clark, the puck getting caught up behind the net. Beautiful spin move, though, to relieve some pressure, as now Mehmet will break it out. Mehmet cutting to the middle of the ice. Finds Suter, goes backhand. What a save as Yelink going to that right pad, extending all the way, and absolutely stoned Suter on the doorstep. As Emma Suter, usually not one to miss those opportunities in front of the net, as she's had a pretty good year so far. 9 points in 13 games, and look for another one there. Beautiful save from Yelink.
What puck movement that was to get it up there.
And you know what, Sean? That all starts from the back end on April Clark. She makes the play, gets off the ice, and then puck goes right to the front of the net. Just about that goal for the Mustangs to put them ahead.
Buying space for her teammates, that's for sure.
As that will be blown down for the icing. The official will try to collect the Gaels players here who were on the ice and send them back out there. You see that line there as Irwin will take a seat on the bench. You look down that lineup, a lot of offense there, and certainly this line on the ice here as Wood spinning and firing just missed, but Wood, Baker, and DeChico have been all over the offensive side of the puck so far in this game, as now DeChico will send that in the far side. Baker stick got up into her face as the official parked right there, so we will get a Mustang power play.
And I was just going to say, I'm excited to see how this power play works after the puck movement 5-on-5 in the offensive end, almost the entire game.
Well, Sean, that was Abigail Dewsum, the third year, who found her stick right up into the face of Sydney Baker. So this first-ranked Mustang power play will get to go to work, as it's Clark alongside Baker. As that draw lost, good work there. I believe that was McKnight who was able to get at the distance. So as I said, this Mustang power play 22.6% on the year. That's good for first in the OUA, averaging about a power play goal per game.
That's a power play you don't want to give many opportunities if you're Queens today.
No kidding. Good block there as that heavy shot from Neville's was blocked by Kaylee Dennis in front. Now Clark.
I'd like to see Western slow this down a little bit. They've been a little jittery.
The Mustangs will set things up. McLean sent it to the front. As you said, Sean, maybe just needing to move it a couple extra times, wanting to rush that shot to the net or that pass. As now McLean shooting. Didn't get all of it as it trickled on goal. Good save from Yelink, and now the Gaels will get a chance to get some fresh legs.
The power play's half expired, and I look to see it get a little bit better from here on out.
Out will come the second Mustang unit to Chico alongside Mehmet and Armstrong. They will have McLean and Neville still on the back end, as now they will change. Thomas and Irwin will come over the boards.
DeChico's wheels just bought in the zone there.
Now DeChico in behind, tried to center there, no one in front. Found its way back to Irwin. Irwin along the near side. DeChico with it now. Good turn there, right at the top of the dot, and tried to fire it through just high. Now Mehmet, good job by her to keep that in. Now she will find Thomas. You know, Thomas with that big shot is looking to find an opening. Good play there. Tried to go to the front for DeChico. A little one-touch pass from Armstrong, but an even better job by the fourth-year defender, Grenou, who got a stick in the lane.
And that's a heads-up play by 34 there to get it deep when the Queens player is coming out of the box.
Now up the near side. Has pretty good contact there. Clark was taken in heavily by Pazorski. Kariunas stretched it to Clark. Good pass as Clark was again interfered with a little bit by Pazorski.
And taken down.
Another big takedown there, as you said, Sean. Bryce Dessa was all over Clark.
Clark certainly attracting some attention from the yellow team here.
As is usual, Sean, Clark always finds her way right into the middle of it. All these teams, they know exactly who she is. 30 goals on the year last year, tops of the entire country. So every team is taking notes, and you can see double team, sometimes even triple teamed. Neville's good shot on. A little bit of trouble there for your Link as she tried to cover it up. Almost got a couple whacks in there. Was, I believe, Baker parked in front, but she will cover up nonetheless, and the Gaels will take the D-zone draw here. With 3:20 left to play in the first period, it's pretty much been all Mustangs other than a few sparse chances for the Gaels, and it looks like it's just about a matter of time. Now out come the Gaels. Good stick work there. Tried to go inside out was Watkins, but was stepped up on, and now we will get a face-off for the offside. Some pretty fancy stick work there, though, from Watson. Did not fool McLean as she just parked herself, got a stick in there, and drew the offside. So out will come Armstrong along with Watt and Irwin.
And Rob, sometimes after a failed power play, you can see momentum go either way, and I think it's safe to say it went in the Mustangs' favor this time.
Well, and you know, shift after a power play is usually extremely crucial. As you said, that momentum swings either way, and it seemed to stay in the hands of the Mustangs as they weren't able to generate a whole lot. A couple chances, but nothing of a lot of merit there, as the Gaels did a really good job of collapsing in tight, not allowing those pucks when they did go to the net. The rebounds were cleared away quickly, and as I said, just all four players collapsing in, playing that tight box, and they got away with one. Certainly dodged a bullet as this first-ranked power play, not able to generate a whole lot.
And now we look to Queens to see if they can bring back some of that momentum they had early in the game.
As getting that in deep is Bridget Goris. Again, though, broken up by the Mustangs.
Turnover.
Yeah, is catching them sleeping there. That shot right on from Goris. Good save from Webster. So you saw the Mustangs getting caught on a change there. It was Goris and Hicks who were in on the 2-on-1, but Webster standing tall and making that save, keeping her team locked at zeros. Now Clark in to take this draw again. We've seen a lot of her so far tonight, Sean. As Coach Moxley going back to her time and time again. She will be tossed, though, as Watt will lose that draw. Now Irwin will play it around the near side. Thomas not able to get to that in time, so the Gaels will maintain some pressure here. There's a quick whistle there from the official. Clark tied up along the wall there.
We're getting some rough stuff there.
Yeah, we'll wait to see who that was. Yes, it was. It was Captain Kaylee Dennis tied up with April Clark. So those two leading their opposing teams in scoring. Dennis with 9 points on the year. That's tops of the Gaels, and Clark with 13 in as many games. So now Baker. Good stop up there. As now she will find Wood, and that puck will get deep. Baker into pressure. The Gaels just trying to find their way around their own zone here. A little bit sloppy. They've had a tough time breaking it out, and when they do get it across.
Oh, and the door opens and Baker's right through it.
So, Sean, as you said, Baker finding her way into the Gales bench there. You had a bit of a better look than I did from up here. What happened there?
Well, I think the door opened and the Queens player just finished her check right through the door.
Interesting moment there. The training staff maybe not shutting that door completely. So, sometimes players, they get hurt on that one. And you hear Don Cherry says it all the time. I mean, I guess not anymore, but Head said it in the past. If you got someone there to hold the door, do it and hold it tight, because that's a dangerous moment there. Lucky Baker gets up unscathed. So now the Gales, beautiful pass there out front. Big shot right on. Good save from Webster. As a couple extended opportunities with those Gales players.
And it's a good thing for the Mustangs that stick gave out, because that was a grade A opportunity for the Gales.
Yeah, that puck went all the way through middle ice and found its way onto the stick of Scout Watkins southward, but was not able to beat Webster. Tried to get that out was DeChico, as it'll go back in. DeChico on the near side, battling. McKnight will come out with it, as DeChico will send it around the far side. Baker, though, not able to meet it at the point. Instead, will find it in her own zone and loft it out. Wood. She was in a foot race, lost it, though, to Pazorski. There's a couple extra stick handles there. Was almost pickpocketed by Baker.
Good pressure there by Western, not giving that first pass up for free.
Now that shot right on. That was Kachesin, who got a pretty good look there, but Webster again able to find her way right in front of it. As good positioning from her, came out, squared up to it, and really nothing for Ketchson to shoot at. D-zone draw won by the Mustangs. Irwin, she will send it around the near side, as Watt will try to corral it. It'll go back to Irwin. Now Thomas with it. You saw her take a look, was going to go cross ice for Watt. Instead elected to try to find Irwin up the wall, but that will go for an icing. So 9 seconds, Sean, remaining in this first frame. The score still scoreless, and just really looking for that one bounce, someone to break loose here.
We've seen lots of good chances this period and some really good goaltending and good pressure in the crease.
So this last draw here, a crucial one, as Armstrong is tossed, and that will be lost. Good work there, but the puck will go back into the Mustang zone. Dennis tried to center there for Wilson, and that will do it. 20 minutes in the books. The score still locked at zeros, as we will catch you on the other side of the break.
So after the first period, our team had a little bit of a slower start, which we were trying to avoid. But we went into the locker room and reset so that we were ready to go in the second period. You can see the level of our play step up a little bit, our competitiveness, being first to pucks. So it was something that we wanted to see from our team early on in the season, and their ability to bounce back and answer back to a slower start in the game.
Well, and as is with back and forth hockey games, it's really just one bounce here, one bounce there, pucks in the net, and you get things going either way. So you got to think the first team to score here really going to open the floodgates, and then we're going to see all sorts of stuff find its way through. Good win forward there, as Baker will go right back to work. Moxley going with this big line again of Wood, DeChico, and Baker, as their names are probably going to be worn out by the end of the night. As now DeChico in pressuring the Gales, though, able to break it out. Here comes Wilson. Wilson looking to shoot. That white little muffin found its way on net there. Webster, a good save by her, gets a quick touch here in the second period. And, she's been pretty good so far. Taria Webster, the third year, and only in her third start of the year. And, Sean, she's looked pretty sharp.
She has.
So now Clark in to take this draw. She will line up across from Scout Watkins southward. Quite the long name there to put on the nameplate, eh, Sean?
Can't even read it from up here, Rob.
And so the defender in to take this draw here is two Gaels players tossed. It's going to be Nicole Pazorski. And you know what? I think she kind of won that one forward, actually. But the Mustangs, they gain possession as it goes back to the Gaels. As wheeling it around the net, it's Wilson again.
What an effort there by Wilson.
Just keeping those feet moving. Good shot right on. Soaked there by Clark. As that big block, and now the Mustangs in. Clark. Good stick check there. Is coming back 200 feet was Robin Kachizan. McLean tried to send that shot in. Suter tried to glove it to the front of the net. Was Janique Watt. Couldn't tuck it in though as she lost the handle. Here come the Gaels. Go ahead, Sean. Excuse me.
We're seeing that back-to-back hockey that we saw at the beginning of the first period, and we can only hope that that continues from here on out.
Just an eye for an eye as they get one chance at the Gaels' end, another at the Western end, as both teams really doing a great job of kind of establishing their offense off the rush. It's just whether or not they can maintain any pressure. As now that goes to the front of the net. Trying to shoot that on was Bryce Dessa, the London native. Didn't find its way through though. Now Dessa tapping for the pass, but Kachizan not able to find her. She did find the puck, however, and sent it on. Good stick save from Webster. Good work there by Bertrand to loft that one out. As now here come the Mustangs. It's Mehmet. 1-on-5. Broken up though as now Mehmet and Suter will change. Thomas right back to her partner Irwin as now Armstrong will send it up. Good tip in there by Irwin as there's the zone entry, and the Mustangs will go to work. Tried to center there, but not able to find Watt. Watt found it eventually, though, and sent it to the front for Armstrong. As what a save there from Yelink. That puck quickly to the front of the net, and Yelink, her first action, Sean.
We saw some calmness back on the back end for Western between Thomas and Irwin, dishing it towards each other and really buying that entry for Western in this offensive face-off.
Well, and you know, as they go D to D there, they can really control the entire game, as you said, slowing things down and allowing their team not only to get a change, but also just to kind of settle things down. And, you know, you can really see this Western side as they get an offensive kind of mount going. They can do a lot with it, as really it just starts on that back end with those two defenders quarterbacking things.
Does a lot for your hockey team.
Armstrong, she will just send that in deep. Smart play by her as over the boards come Baker and Wood. Good battle in behind. Baker in to help out. I believe it's Irwin who's tied up there along the wall. As a whistle coming, so we'll get an offensive zone draw here for the Mustangs.
And Rob, the longer this game goes on, the more important that first goal becomes.
The all-important first goal, Sean, as both teams hunting for it. The Mustangs certainly a little bit in the driver's seat here, as they've had a lot of pressure. And you know what? They've been really good at home this year. 4-1 on the year at home, 4-4 on the road. They'll play 5 of 7 of their next here in this building. So you got to think they want to start things off at home on the right foot, and a big win here, big 3 points would really do that some good.
Especially just 2 spots down in the standings from Queens.
Now Neville's to Chico, sent that around. Baker able to break up the attempt there as Laviolette tried to break it in. Carriones had the right idea, tried to go off the wall, go with a little bank pass up to Wood, but just out of her reach, so we will get another ice in here. 16 minutes left to play in this period. The score still 0-0 as
And Rob, those are the icings you're okay with if you're Western. You're creating offense and you're keeping Queens' defense honest, if you will.
Now the Gaels back to work. DeChico in behind her own net. Found Baker as she just chipped it up through center.
Goris holds her ground.
And that's no small customer there, as it was Baker who got tied up with her. Now it's Goris in shooting, blocked there by Bertrand. Now here come the Mustangs. It's Suter. She's got Mehmet and Clark. Suter shooting right on. Good work by Mehmet to go hard to the net. Almost able to collect that late rebound there that came off the shot, but Yelink able to collect things here, and they will take the D-zone draw as the Gaels will get some fresh legs. It's Clark in again to take this draw across from her counterpart in Kaylee Dennis. Now Suter tried to send it in behind, but Mehmet had different plans, so the Gaels will take control. Here they come. Up through center. It's going to be Alex Ma in shooting. Found the shin pad there in McLean. That's a big block. Ma can really shoot it. And she showed last game scoring the game winner as now April Clark in shooting. Trying to go high blocker side. Just up and over the net. Irwin. Last man back. Smart play there as she just sent it far side. As Clark will get it in and her and Suter will get a change.
We just saw two textbook breakouts from both Western and Queens on those last two rushes.
Now Armstrong. Battle in the corner. She lost it, however, to Wilson, who will get it up and over center. Western will regroup. Thomas lofting that one in behind the Queens goal. As it'll be Ketchison again. She fell as Irwin almost able to collect it, but Wilson bailing her out. Good work there as you saw Thomas step in. That puck went to the net in a hurry. Armstrong that shot right on.
A little bit of a knuckleball there.
And I think that's the name of the game at this point, Sean. Just get pucks to the net and crash hard. Heavy collision there at center as Emma Thomas. Pretty good little hit there. Maybe, as I said, more of a collision, but nonetheless, the Mustangs will take control. Shot on. Good tip in front there. That was the sisters connecting. Irwin to Irwin, and that puck didn't miss by much.
I think that caught the bar.
Neville shooting. Glove down by Yelink. Baker in front. Connected there with Yelink as she tried to go to the net. Nonetheless, the officials will blow it dead, and we will get another offensive zone draw here for the Mustangs, and this has to be getting a little bit tiring for Catherine Yelink, who has been nothing but solid in between the pipes so far tonight for the Gaels.
She's made no mistakes tonight.
Now, cross-ice pass, getting that in deep was Wilson. And here comes Baker. That puck just right off the end of the stick of Wood. As now Southward will go to get it. But that will be an icing. As here they come again over the boards, the big line. April Clark along with Mehmet and Suter for this O-zone draw. 13 minutes left to play here, Sean. Still nobody able to break the deadlock, as we will see who will be the first one to score. Will this go the distance? It's so far been a bit of a goalie battle, and neither team able to break the opposing netminder.
And so often in hockey you have low-scoring games, and they're still just as exciting as those 5-5, 6-5 matchups, and this is no different here. It's been end-to-end, exciting the whole time, and like you said, Rob, it's been a goalie fight.
Well, you can see the fans just on the edge of their seats here. Pretty good crowd out tonight to see this game. 200 or so on campus here, as now Suter will turn the corner. Shooting, tried to go high. Good block in front there as Southward found her way into that shooting lane.
There you see again, move your feet and you buy yourself some space and eventually a scoring opportunity.
Well, in Western, the cycle has been relentless, but a shot blocked, and here comes Southward. In, one-on-one, shooting. Didn't get much on it as Bertrand hustled back 200 feet to get a stick in the way, and then Webster able to clear that to the corner. Now Armstrong will send it in for Watt. Tried to cut to the middle of the ice, but lost the handle. As that probably the best chance we've seen so far, Sean, is Southward in on the partial break, just not really able to generate a good shot. As a couple backhands right on. Good work by Yelink to just hold her ground and stand steady in the butterfly.
And I'm sure Bertrand got a pat on the back from her coach there. That was a very hard back check to save that from being a goal and a 1-0 Queens lead.
Well, you know, when your partner fires one into the shin pads like that, you got to be aware, and great work by Bertrand to find her way back and probably save the goal. Now Werwin will go to Thomas, as those two have been really good on the back end, especially, as you said, Sean, controlling the pace of play, slowing it down for their team when they need to, and definitely making good passes when it is demanding. Now here comes Baker, shooting, another big block there. Great work by Pozorski, as that's a heavy shot. I know I wouldn't want to stand in front of that one, so Pozorski, good work by her, and that's a real team move right there.
And if you're Queens and that puck comes loose in the neutral zone.
And now a 2-on-1. Pozorski in, shooting. I believe she had Dennis going to the net, as she will be cleared there into the ground, as Baker coming back and gave her a pretty healthy shot.
I think she's going to pay for it too.
Yeah, we will see. I believe the official pointing towards the box here. And there's still some words between Baker there and, excuse me, it was actually Ma who ended up on the ground there after the battle in front of the net. So it will be Sydney Baker. She will take the first Mustang trip to the box of the night, and that'll be her 28th penalty minute of the year. That leads the team, and a timely one, as if we see that first goal go in, momentum could certainly swing heavily in favor of the Gaels.
And if you're Western, it's not a bad penalty to take, though, really, because she's standing up for her goalie, and it might ultimately buy the goalie more space in the future tonight.
Not a bad point, Sean, as now Clark, we've seen her score many a shorthanded goals in her storied Mustang career. Just about found another one there. Gary Eunice will clear that one in deep. And you know what? The way this Mustang team kills penalties, you might not see a whole lot here from the Gaels. And Sean, you mentioned the extra space that goaltender Webster might find for the rest of the game. That's a very good point, as no one wants to stand on top of her if they've got Sydney Baker barreling down on them. And, you make a point there.
And this Westerns team is working hard to kill that penalty off for Sydney Baker.
The Gaels just trying to find their way onto the offensive side of center, as Goris cleared that one and took some pretty heavy contact from Neville's, as both teams no stranger to the physical game. It has been early and often in this game. Now walking the line, it's Dessa. She will send that down, shooting right on. Couple whacks at it in front there.
I don't know if anyone caught.
We'll get a number there. It was McKnight who was battling in front. Almost able to pot that one home, Sean.
I don't know if anyone caught that, but Bessa on the blue line looked the defender off for the entire time and passed it to a different player. That was a great play.
Well, you can control the entire zone from the top there, as Dessa had done. Now, looked like it was going to be a shot. Instead goes to Gora. She'll walk in, shooting. Found its way through all those bodies. As now here come the Mustangs. 3-on-1. It's Clark with Baker and Wood. Baker shooting. Big block there, and what a timely one it was. It was Pozorski again who soaked that, and she is really making a name for herself here. Now blocking not one but two Baker shots. That shot from the point from Irwin. As now here come the Gaels. Breaking that out. Ma Got all the way to the blue line, but no further, as now Baker will regroup when it's a 3-on-2. The Mustangs with numbers. Baker held and then fired on. Harmless play, though, as that went to the corner. DeChico tried to go back to Irwin, and now it's a foot race. Wilson with it. Tried to go to the net, shooting. Good save there by Webster, as Wilson was below the Western goal line. Tried to center it on, and Webster steering it to the far side corner.
Again, we see the patience in the breakout there by Western.
And that will be blown down for the offside, but very exciting here, Sean, as both ways you see the Mustang opportunity as the 3-on-1, then the 3-on-2, and then all the way down 200 feet away. Wilson takes it to the net and just about squeaks one through Webster. So what action as things are really heating up here now.
This might be the most exciting 0-0 game I have ever watched.
Good hit there along the blue line as Wilson found her way into the back of Armstrong. Now Neville's not able to find the puck. Clark, however, was. Didn't get it over center, though, is sent back in by the Gaels. In behind, Carrie Eunice finds the captain, Neville's. Excuse me, she's got an A on her sweater now. I believe it's Clark who's wearing the C.
Irwin was looking for that stretch pass.
Southward in that shot on, and again, some pleasantries in front of the net is, you know, they're not asking how your New Year was in front of that net, Sean. They are extremely intense tonight, and as I said before, these two teams, the last time they met was in exhibition at the beginning of the year. Haven't seen each other since, but no love lost today, that is for sure.
Some tough customers.
All right, it'll be McKnight, the ex-Devilette, in to take this draw. She'll lose it to April Clark, as the Mustangs almost get it up and over center, but was stopped at the line by Pozorski. Bertrand, she will go to her deep partner McLean, and that looked like it was going to be a perfect play as Clark was streaking through center, but they were not able to connect. Now the Gaels, they will break things out. Clark, though, getting down to block that pass.
Playing a little goalie there.
Clark in 1-on-5, had Anderson, but they couldn't connect. Now here come the Gaels. It'll be Wilson. And she was tied up there. Good work by Irwin to get not only the stick but also the body. And Wilson had nowhere to go. Bertrand falling at the line. Somehow stayed onside. Now Western will have to set things up. DeChico. That puck found its way through to Baker. Couldn't make the pass quick enough there, though. As what a good job Laviolette did to find her way into that lane. Shot. Another block in front. That was Dessa getting down to make that play. Now Baker. Couldn't track it. Wilson could. As Irwin will send it up through center, and here come the Mustangs again. It's Wood. Stick handling into the corner. That has to be an interference call there. Instead, though, we will continue play. The officials have zipped the whistles into the pockets here today, Sean, as that was a pretty clear-cut interference.
They're letting them play tonight, Rob. As long as it goes both ways, I've got no issue with that.
Playoff hockey. Shot right on. Good left pad save from Webster. As to the top of the arc, shooting there was Grenu, and let's see what the call is here. It's going to be a body check going to Thomas. I missed that one, Sean, but nonetheless, we had just finished saying they were going to let them play. I'm not sure how you let one go down here, and, you know, in the Gale zone, there was a pretty clear-cut interference, and then you go 200 feet down the other way, and you get called on the body check. So the officials really needing to kind of gear up the consistency here, as that's a tough call, and now Western's going to hopefully not pay the consequence, but we will have to see as the Gaels power play will go back to work.
Well, if you're looking for a positive here, that Western penalty kill we saw earlier was very, very good.
We'll see if they can kill another 2 minutes here. Shot on from McKnight. Excuse me, it was Dessa. And she will collect it again. Dessa leaving there for Goris. Goris walking in, shooting. Puck got tied up in front of the net. A backhand right on. Good pad save from Webster. She tracked it all the way across.
Back to that moment, that save.
Back to the point again for Dessa. Good point. TSN turning point right there, Sean. And another big block there. April Clark, the offensive dynamo, getting in the way of that one, doing it at both ends. Here comes Goris in, shooting right into the breadbasket of Webster as the D doing a great job clearing bodies out, allowing goaltender Webster to see that shot, and she made no mistake, collected that puck. So you see Clark there communicating with the officials, and what a big block it was up at the top of the key as April Clark definitely in some pain, and she will make her way to the Western bench.
And hopefully not out the gate, Rob.
Yeah, we will have to see the training staff tending to her, but I don't believe she is going to go down the tunnel. So a bit of a delay here as out to kill this penalty now. It's going to be Baker alongside McLean. They've got the wheels at the Chico out there, so look for them to spring her if they get any opportunity alongside Bertrand. And something going on down here with the officials as a bit of an extended talk here. They're going to talk at the box. Both captains over to communicate. I believe it's a clock error, Sean.
The only thing I can think of is the clock. I can see hand signals signaling numbers, and there's no penalties. At least it looks like there's no penalties. So
yeah, so they will sort things out as a couple seconds will tick off the clock. Now down to 3:31 from the previous 3:39. 1:11 left in the penalty to Emma Thomas. So these Mustangs only having to kill off another 71 seconds here. And so far they've looked pretty good, Sean. So DeChico, she will lose that draw, and the Gaels will collect. It's going to be Dennis. Dennis will go right to the top. The Grenou tried to feather a shot through. Baker got a stick in that lane. Now on the near side. Back to the point to Pazorski. Faked the shot. Went to Ma. Ma did shoot it, but went wide. As now back to the point. Again, Baker getting a stick in the lane. Drop there as Grenou will stick handle, and then she'll delay and go back for Dennis. Congestion up at the top there as Grenou trying to control things from the top of the key as Pazorski with it shooting. Great block there from Wilson. Another block from Baker as this Western team has really bought into getting themselves in lanes, sacrificing the body to keep this score at zeros. That shot just wide from Grenou. Favorable bounce as it came right back to Pazorski. She did not shoot it, however, as that penalty will expire. Shot on! Had Wilson at the far post, but she couldn't get enough wood on it and just tipped it wide.
the shot pass is dominating the Queens power play right now, and it's working.
As Thomas out of the box, she will take on 4 yellow jerseys there and ended up finding Armstrong. Armstrong tried to center. She will stay on it, though, almost making something of it. Nonetheless, the Gaels will clear it out. Neville's back in, however, for the Mustangs. Armstrong into pressure. Trying to pin Pazorski against the wall. Couldn't. And here comes Southward. Southward. In. Stick handle to the corner. Believe she caught an edge there as she went sprawling into the corner. Shot on as Wilson found it on her stick. Fired right on, but Webster again there to shut the door.
that's a much-needed whistle for Western.
So 1:28, Sean, remaining in this second 20 here. The score still at zeros, and really we've seen just about everything but a goal here tonight. Neither team able to break the deadlock, as Queens has had a couple power plays of late, but the Mustang penalty kill has been exceptional.
And you notice Clark back out on the ice. That's good to see.
Good point. They would not want to lose her to the backhand there, as Webster had to slide across and stone Laviolette. Now with it again, it's Goris in to the backhand, tried to center for Wilson, but that puck was out of her reach. Excuse me, it was Hicks. Goris with it again, centering, almost found Hicks, but Suter got a stick in the way. Now below the Western goal line. Tried to send it up the wall for Mehmet. Instead, Dessa will pick it up. Now Clark will skate it. She was cut off, though, by Goris. Goris centering for Dessa, tried to go backhand, and we will get another call here.
I don't know what that one was.
As Emma Thomas will go off for the cross-check. I don't know about that one, Sean. Two players collide in front of the net. One being parked out there. Thomas just, you know what, out-muscled her, and I don't know. I don't know on that one. Nonetheless, the Mustangs will have to go back to the penalty kill here, so 33 seconds remaining in the period.
They're going to have to deal with some adversity here.
We'll see if the Mustangs can kill this off, or at least get themselves out of the period here and regroup going into that third frame. And as you say, Sean, just a little bit of adversity here for this Western team, who looked really good in the first period but has gotten into a bit of penalty trouble in the latter goings. Baker taking a heavy elbow to the face. The Mustang faithful letting the officials hear it, but again the whistle's sewn into the pockets as the second period will expire. The score still locked at zeros. A spirited effort from both sides. So after 40, 0-0. We will catch you for Mustang TV on the other side of the break.
After the second period, we're still scoreless. We did see a better response from our players throughout the 20 minutes there. We're typically a third period team, which we had shown early on in our season. So again, it's something that we are trying to battle back from and play full 60 minutes. But we're definitely going to rely a lot on this last 20 to lay it all out there and get the job done against Queens.
Welcome back after 40 minutes of play. The score still locked at zeros here at Thompson Arena. The shots that period 13-5 in favor of the Gaels, so they have flipped the script on its head here. The Mustangs running into a little bit of penalty trouble. And still sitting in the box there, Sean, is Emma Thomas, who went off on the cross-check. The officials really having a tough time squaring things up, especially in that second period. So we'll see if Western can fight this one off, as they have just over a minute left to kill in the Thomas penalty. And they already doing a good job getting it north of center here, as now the Gaels will have to break it out from their own end. It's going to be Laviolette. She will get that into the far corner, as now the Gaels will set things up. Up to the top of the arc. Left it for Dessa. Tried to fire on. That was just wide. McKnight trying to reach out and tip it, but went around the back, and now the Gaels will be forced to regroup. Clark pressuring. Forced the pass there. Did, though, eventually find the stick of Johnson, and now Clark's away. April Clark in. Shooting! Great work there by Yolink to follow Clark all the way across the crease and track that puck, as April Clark got in on a partial break, cut back, tried to go back across the body, but Yolink, great save there, and even better work from our Mustang replay crew, as great job. Now the Gaels, Pazorski in behind. She will skate that one out. Suter was in the pressure, as now it's up to Wilson. Cross-ice pass, tried to shoot there. That was Dennis. She's been around it all night long, but hasn't been able to get one to go. Pazorski tried to go backhand, but didn't find any net. Now in behind, it's Ma. Ma tried to wrap it in around. Found the side of the net, though, as Webster was right there to make the save. Headed, found its way onto the net. Now Ma in behind. Good little hit there from Armstrong, as both these teams have continued to play physical, even though the officials are pretty inconsistent on what is and what isn't allowed. So we'll see if they can even things up. You saw at the end of that period, Western coach Candice Moxley was having an extended conversation with the refereeing crew, as she was certainly not happy with the effort they put forth in that second period. Now Wood, cross-ice pass down, she scores! Sydney Baker, what a finish. And Sean, we were waiting for it all night long, and what a beautiful sight it was, that cross-ice pass from Wood, and Baker, she made no mistake.
And that's what's going to happen when you put that pass right in her wheelhouse. It's going top right corner all night.
And you know, you talk about that shift after the power play. We've said it so many times, as there's just the tail end of that goal. We'll see if we can get another look back here as Baker, what a celly that was. And you know, she's happy. Someone finally breaking the deadlock, and who else but Sydney Baker continuing the tear that she's been on. Right now, amidst a 7-game point streak, 4 goals, 4 assists in that time. So she will add to that and add to her point total. Now her 14th point of the season, will go on to lead this Mustang team. Now the Gaels have gone back to work. Dewsome fired that one just wide. Goris will collect, as it'll go back down to Goris. Mustangs going to have to be careful here. The Gaels looking to counter, and they will, however, break it out, and Wood will send it down in behind. Yelink, she'll stop that one up for Dewsome, who will send it to McKnight. And McKnight will battle there. Excuse me, it was actually Dennis who was battling along the far side, as she will get that in deep. Now Carionis sent it up for Irwin, who found Armstrong, who was streaking. Now Watt. She will follow that all the way into Yelink. Will take the whistle, so we will get an offensive zone draw here, Sean. And how about that? So the Mustangs, they battle all night long, kill off a couple big penalties, and they reap the reward as Sydney Baker breaking the deadlock here just under 2 minutes into this third period, and what a beautiful goal it was.
And I really like the response from Queens after that goal, and Wester did a good job of holding them off and keeping that momentum after the goal.
They certainly came back hard. Western doing a good job weathering the storm here, as now Queens will go back to work in the offensive zone. It's Wilson battling there. Dennis will come out with it, as Armstrong will meet her, and turning the corner, shooting was Ma. Good block there, though, from Carionis. And you certainly can't fault the work of the Western D-Corps, as they have done a great job finding their way into shooting lanes. You know, the shots being 13-5 in that second frame could have been even more, as there was an absolute onslaught of shots, and Western did a great job of blocking everything they could. Clark in behind, had a partial break there, tried to pull it through. Dessa wasn't able to find the handle, so she will retreat, go back to McLean, shooting, hit a couple sticks in front and ricocheted high. Now on the near side, kept in by Bertrand, and she will keep the Western offensive alive. In behind, chased out there was Pazorski. Suter tried to pick her pocket, but good, strong save there from Pazorski as she got it up to Johnson very easily. Could have been a Mustang offensive chance the other way had her pocket been picked by Suter. Now southward. We'll throw that off the dasher. It'll find its way to Bertrand, as now they will play ping pong through center. DeChico. Here we go. She'll just wheel it herself. DeChico Sends that in deep and on to collect. As man, is she dangerous. You do not want her to dump it into your corner, Sean, and she will make you pay 9 times out of 10, as will Sydney Baker, who walks out of the corner with it, turning and shooting just wide. Yelink didn't have that blocker side covered. Baker almost picked a corner and made it 2 on the night. Now shot on from Thomas. Good tip there from Baker again, as she is all over it, hunting for her second of the night. Now Thomas, she'll loft that one on net, as Yelink will send it to the corner. Western doing a great job here of maintaining the zone time, Sean. We've talked about it all night, and Western, they have finally found a way to maintain some offensive pressure.
Well, we've seen just about everything here in the last seven or so minutes, Rob. We've seen a goal, some sticks and lanes, physicality, and some really good pressure here by Western.
Well, as we talked during the intermission, you said, as you have countless times during the game, one of the most exciting 0-0 hockey games you had been a part of. That was prior to Baker breaking the deadlock, but you're right, it has had just about everything. The goalies have had to be extremely sharp, and another good chance there is Yelink covering that up. So April Clark will be back out to take this draw from Kaylee Dennis. They have been matched up all night long, I believe. Candice Moxley going to the little line match there. She likes Clark alongside the counterpart in Kaylee Dennis, both the top players in either squad. Good hit there from Mehmet, and she will most certainly be penalized from that one.
And Rob, you're right, that was an awesome hit if body checking were allowed in this game.
Unfortunately, the separation from the puck there was not legal under the rules, so taking another trip to the sin bin will be Kira Mehmet. And Western, man, they must be getting pretty comfortable on this penalty kill. They've killed probably about 12 minutes to this point.
That's probably the most undisciplined one we've seen so far, Rob.
Fair enough. Pretty cut and dry, as the official is also standing right there. So we'll see if the Gaels can lock things up here. As to the backhand was Wilson, but shutting the door is Webster. She will get a heavy applause from her bench. They know she has been one of, if not the best player all night long, certainly the best penalty killer, and really standing tall, keeping her team up by a goal here. Tied up at center was Wilson with the Chico. They will separate, as now here comes Baker. She'll delay, kill some valuable time, and send that puck in around behind the Gaels' goal. Breaking it out is Pazorski. Now Ma got lost in her skates, and here comes Suter. Suter shooting right into the midsection there of Yelink.
Nothing wrong with an offensive face-off on the penalty kill, Rob.
I was just going to say, the offensive opportunity for the Mustangs there, certainly not what you'd expect down a man, but it's kind of been the story almost all night long. Western really killing the penalties with their offense as opposed to their defense. Now breaking it out, Laviolette. She will delay and go back in behind her net to set things up. Sent that up as it'll find the stick of Dessa, but broken up by Clark. Now Goris with it. Clark. Good hustle from her to get all the way back to Dessa. To Goris, and broke up that play, and the Mustangs will clear at 200 feet again. Yelink stopping that there, as Laviolette will try to mount some sort of offensive here. Just over 20 seconds remaining in the penalty to Kira Mehmet, and nothing done so far for the Gaels, as Western has really spent the majority of the penalty kill north of center here in the Gaels zone.
It almost seems like the penalty kill is giving Western some momentum here in the third period.
Certainly, as Baker will loft that one in again. They have done a great job killing penalties, and really have, as you said, Sean, taken a lot of momentum, certainly out of the backside of the penalty kills. And even when we saw that last goal, it was carrying the momentum out of, again, another penalty kill. Good pass to the front there. Anderson not able to connect with it, but kept in as Armstrong tried to center again for Anderson, but instead just found the stick of Pozorski. Southward in, tried to center that puck, found its way to Dennis, but big pad save from Webster. She slid to her right and absolutely stoned Kaylee Dennis.
She's had a couple of those today.
Well, you know, that likely one of the best opportunities on the night for the Gaels is Dennis right on the doorstep, gets a little bit on it, but Webster, big powerful slide to her right and makes a beautiful save, keeping her team up a goal here. You look at it again, and what a save it was. My word. Webster looking for her third win on the year, keeping her win percentage at 100% if that is the case. And Sean, she's really been the unsung hero here tonight for this Mustang team.
She hasn't been tested a whole lot, but she's answered all the calls she's gotten.
Now Suter in. DeLange shooting, tried to go back across the body, and Yelink having to stand tall there. You know, that one goes in, Sean, and the bleeding continues as Western really wanting to put this one up a couple, and, you know, a few quick goals puts it right out of reach.
The way this game's gone, this one-goal lead is certainly looking like more than one goal.
Now back in behind for Clark. She's probably seen about 30 minutes of ice so far tonight. As now Mehmet. She will drop for Nevilles. That shot right on. Nobody in front, though, to do anything with it as Nevilles fired this from the top of the circle, but Yelink gloving it down, covering up, so her team will get some much-needed reinforcements as they will try to find the equalizer here. Western making it difficult, though.
Consistent pressure is what we're seeing.
In behind, Clark again doing her best job to break up the Gaels breakout. Now a foot race. Wilson, she will lose that one to Nevilles. Careful as Nevilles going right in front of the goaltender there. One bad bounce, and that's in the back of your net. Well, that in deep as Clark will apply some pressure to Pozorski. All she could do was loft it up to center, and Nevilles will send that back down in deep. Now Goris in to pick it up. Pass along the near side. Hicks, good cross-ice pass, was into the feet of Dessa, and she couldn't corral it. Goris did, however, and she sent it in deep. Now Goris. Good work by her, hustled all the way around the horn there and stripped it from Bertrand. The Chico couldn't find which shot from Pozorski. That was about 10 feet wide. Nonetheless, an opportunity as she found that puck right in her wheelhouse. Now Wood broken up at the line. Here come the Gaels. In, shooting. Good block there as McLean got down to block that Johnson attempt. Wilson centering. Almost found the stick there of Laviolette. Another shot on from Dewsum. And another Western block. In behind, it's Wilson. Wilson tried to backhand it out. Found its way all the way out to southward. Again, though, this Mustang D-Corps doing a great job collapsing in on their goaltender and keeping pucks to the outside. Now right to the front of the net. Smartly covered up there by Webster as you could see her team feeling the pressure there as they were tired. So great, smart move from the goaltender as that coverage will certainly relieve a few tired bodies. So we will get another D-zone draw here as Armstrong will look to win it. She will lose it, however, in favor of Kaylee Dennis, who has been ridden pretty hard today by head coach of the Gaels, Matt Holmberg, you can see really just going back to his big line, trying to find some offense out of his team.
Looks like he's getting it too, Rob.
That puck just tipped over the Webster goal as Ma got a stick on it. Now Western outnumbering here on the near side, trying to send it up through traffic. Pazorski came out with it. Sent it on and right to the front of the net for Wilson. Trickled off the end of her stick, and what a chance it would have been, but Webster hopping all over it. And my word, this Gaels offensive has really gone to work here in the last couple minutes, trying to find an answer, and you can see inspired hockey, Sean.
It's the pressure you want to see if you're the coach of the Gaels.
Yeah, so you look back at that replay there as Wilson almost finding the answer. Another shot on. Nobody able to tip it, and Webster absorbing it right into the body. So we will get a redo here as it will be Ketchison in to take this draw against Clark. This time Clark will win it. As now the Mustangs, they will try to break it out. Pass for Mehmet. She couldn't handle it. Carrie Eunice trying to skate that one in. Instead, we'll go back to her D partner, Neville's. And here come the Gaels. Through center. Sent in deep for Ketchison. Good body position there from Neville's. Ketchison couldn't even see the puck as she was trying to get it out of the corner, and Neville's made it very difficult for her. Good contact there as Neville's separating player from puck as here comes Suter. Suter in with reinforcement. She wasn't able to look up, as now she will and send it to the net. It'll go right on back to Suter. She shoots in. No, we will have to see. It looked like it went in from up here. And Clark celebrating, Suter celebrating, but the official had blown the whistle prior to the puck crossing the line. You could see Yelink was down in the two-pad stack.
I don't know what that whistle was for if it wasn't for the puck being in the net.
And the saga continues. These officials just having a tough time really making the right call. There's that chance from Goris again, and the Suter shot right on. So both goaltenders being tested often here. Here's the chance again. You see that puck go right in behind Yelink. So
now, is the goalie injured? Are they concerned about her well-being, or why is that blown down?
Yeah, I'm really not sure. Maybe the net was off, but from our end and certainly from up here, that looked like a goal. Nonetheless, we will see if that plays a part as the Mustangs still up a goal here, just over 5 minutes remaining. And the Mustangs back to work. Now up the near side, Baker takes out her man as now Wood will keep it in. DeChico in behind. Good work by her to meet that puck as in again is Wood. Shot on from McLean, just wide. Baker found it on the other side of the net. Couldn't get the backhand off. Now Baker controlling things, turning, firing. Then another save from Yelink as Sydney Baker, so dangerous, just spun right around the hash marks there and ripped it near side. But Yelink, she's seen it so many times tonight, I think just expecting it.
Absolutely, and she had to have been there because that was a quick release by Baker.
Draw one there by Armstrong. Back to the point. Thomas kept it in as she sent it to Irwin. Now breaking this puck out, it'll be the Gaels. Dennis to Wilson. Wilson just feathered that through, but not able to find it on the far side. Instead, Dennis was. She sent it right to the net, and Webster again making the save. Oh my.
Absolutely flawless tonight in net.
Chances at both ends, Sean, as that one went quickly the other way, and Webster having to be sharp there as the 2-on-1 with Wilson and Dennis came right to the front of the net, and she had to stop her on the doorstep. So Webster with the 182 goals against average on the year, 907 save percentage. Those numbers are certainly going to go up after tonight's spirited effort. And she is making a case for maybe a couple more games here, Sean, as Lace is getting the bulk of the starts for the purple and white. Webster, you could see her potentially in goal a little more often for this 2020 season.
Well, the numbers speak for themselves, and so do the wins, Rob.
100% win percentage coming into this game. We'll see if she can maintain it as the Mustangs, 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to kill here as they are just hanging on to that 1-goal lead. The Gaels, though, really searching, and in the last couple minutes or so have really brought the offensive. So we'll see if the Mustangs can hang on here. Neville's in behind, tried to play it up the wall for Suter. Instead, turning, firing was southward, and that was just wide to the blocker side of Webster. Now, Carrie Eunice, she was tripped up as that puck found its way in deep. And you hear the Mustang faithful. They are all over that call from the official who will call the hold there. As you saw Carrie Eunice go down around center ice, the Gaels trying to figure out who it was, in fact.
And we'll see if Western can put one in the net here and have a count.
Yeah, I believe it was 25 in yellow, Grenu, who had held up Carrie Eunice, but again, we will see here some dialogue going on with Coach Matt Holmberg and the officials. Some interesting hand signals as well. We'll see what happens, and it's actually going to be Sydney Wilson, the first year, who's going to take the skate of shame across the ice. So Western will go back to the power play, only in their second of the game. See how they can operate here. The last one unsuccessful, but one here would just about put things out of reach.
And late in the game here, I think we're just looking for puck possession from Western.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Sean. And, you get this 2 minutes, it's valuable. Not only is it a power play, but it kills another 2 minutes off the clock that, you'd really hope that Queens doesn't mount any sort of offensive pressure. You give your goalie a little bit of time to regroup, as she's been peppered in the last few minutes. We'll see, though, if Western can maybe add to that 1-0 lead. Now Irwin skated that one in, fell over, though, as DeChico in to support her. As she will skate it, dropped it there for Mehmet, was broken up, though, by Grenu, and she will get that down the length as 3 of the 4 Gaels will change. Grenu the only to stay out there. And Irwin will have to regroup it. Now, here's Clark on the near side. Gets it down deep as Suter will collect. Emma Suter sending it to the top for Neville's. Good puck movement here from the Mustangs. As you said, Sean, just trying to maintain possession. As to the top of the arc again for Neville's. Leaves for Clark. Down to Baker. She's got all kinds of time. Tried to go short. Bounced off the crossbar, and it's in. A couple whacks in there in the blue paint, and you saw that puck go up and over goaltender Yelink, and you had to think it's going to find its way in. So leading the line here is going to be April Clark. We'll have to get a look back and see who the final touch was on that one. The officials still talking about this, so we'll see if the goal stands. As of right now, though, Neville's is going to go collect the puck from the net and take it out to center. We'll see exactly what...
Somebody's first goal, maybe?
Yeah, we'll see what the call is here. And I don't know. I'm not sure who got that last touch there.
And we've got Jake Owens, barefoot, blue jean night, playing to soothe the crowd in this tension-filled moment.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get another look at that here. As still the officials talking, and they will call it a goal. So Baker around the side, and yeah, you see there Baker tucks it around, shot on Clark though, tipping that up and over, and yeah, you got to think the last touch is going to be April Clark. So another goal for April Clark.
I think Western may have got away with one there, Rob.
as I believe Neville's bringing that puck to the box would signify Clark now maybe the all-time point leader for the Western Mustangs. We'll have to fact check that one and we'll get back to you, but nonetheless, big goal for the Mustangs, now up 2-0 with 2:30 left to play in the game here. So as I said before, Sean, just a possession game. The Mustangs not wanting to give up much, probably will go into a trap and just play some defensive hockey as, wow, pretty cheesy call there. Will go in favor of the Mustangs, though, as Pozorski will take a very timely trip to the box, and I believe it's going to be an elbow. So, you know what? I think maybe a little bit of karma coming back to bite this Gaels side, as they had all the calls in the first couple of frames, but now the Mustangs, they're going to take it back here. The most latest resulting in a power play goal. So they will go back to the power play, and that line of Armstrong, Mehmet, and DeChico will be sent right back out there. There's that puck tied up with the official. And Mehmet in behind. Tried to take it hard to the net. Was unable to get it all the way there. Nonetheless, the puck back to Irwin. Pass right across, came to DeChico. Deflected off her stick high and wide. Thomas walks the line, leaves there. Armstrong shooting, puck bouncing there. No one able to get a stick on it as it found its way back to Irwin at the point. Thomas losing the handle, as now here come the Gaels. It's Dennis. Slap shot right on. Great save from Webster, as that was right up in her face, and she made no mistake tracking that one into the glove.
That had some wood on it, that's for sure.
So 1:11 remaining in the penalty to the Gaels.
I think we're having a timeout here.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be Coach Matt Holmberg calling his troops to the bench, see if they can mount anything here. A minute 35 remaining in the game, a minute 11 in the penalty. So Matt Holmberg, 10 years at the helm here in Queens, as he's led the team to 2 conference championships, has never had a losing season. This a very big couple minutes here for his team. Really just hoping to pot one and then make things interesting. We'll see what they can do, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, that hill got a lot steeper when they took that penalty at the end of the game here.
So here they go. Back to work. The Mustangs will just try to kill the remaining minute 35 off the clock. Clark again out there to take the draw.
We were talking about puck possession at the other end of the rink. It's even more important for Queens now with the net empty.
Now the Gaels in behind to the top of the arc for Laviolette. The Gaels net empty. As Baker with it, we'll see if she can ice it. Good little move there, and she is away. Sydney Baker and Hal shooting. That one is Baker polishing it off for the Mustangs, as that will just about do it. Puts home the 3-0 goal. And how suiting it is, Sean. Sydney Baker gets the first one and puts it away there for the Mustangs. Good little move at her own blue line. And she was away from about center ice. You could see it. And easy little tap into the net. The Mustangs up 3-0. So just under a minute now remaining the Mustangs. Looks like they're going to do it here.
Number 67, Sydney Baker, assisted by number 87,
All game long, both teams fought really hard. Baker finding the first goal of the game 2 minutes into the third and really opened up the floodgates here. The Mustangs getting a couple timely penalty calls as both goals will, the second and third goal will go down both as power play goals. So the Mustangs, another good night in terms of special teams, and that made the difference, as did goaltender Taria Webster, who will pick up her third win of the year, her first shutout. And what a game it was for her. So Irwin, she will just come out here, kill the last 5 seconds off the clock, as that will do it.
And Rob, you had me nervous there saying the S word with 13 seconds left in the game there.
And we will end just as we started in this building. Sean McKenzie alongside myself, Rob Fleming. The Mustangs pick up a big victory here at home. We'll go to 5-1 at home, 9-5-0 on the season. Pick up a big 3 points, which will put them just 1 point back of this Queens Gaels. We'll be back here tomorrow for more Mustang action as the Mustangs will take on the Ontario Tech Ridgebacks. So that'll do it for all of us here on Mustang TV. Sean, myself, and the crew, Serena, and everyone in the booth. Thank you and have a good night.
So after the third period, as you can see, we did respond. We were able to sneak one by their goaltender. By Sydney Baker scored that goal, and then April Clark answered with her second goal, and Baker again with the empty netter to get the final job done. Like I said, we show up in the third period. Not ideal as a coach. It's something that we need to work towards and make sure we prepare ourselves to start from the drop of the puck. But it was definitely an exciting game for our fans, and we were glad we could get the win done.